Last episode, we arrived in Tepatitlan, or simply Tepa as it's known by the locals and way easier to pronounce for me. It's in the Mexican state of Jalisco, about 45 miles east of Guadalajara. We start this episode in the main plaza, the Plaza de Armas here in Tepa. Juan was telling me that this city is known for having big religious wars in the past. A lot of battles were fought here in kind of religious crusade wars. So there's a lot of rich history here. Tepa has a population of around 100,000 people, and in the surrounding countryside, just outside of town, they have the largest production of eggs and milk in Mexico. It's also a large producer of tequila. The town was the site of several battles throughout history, including the famous Cristero War from 1927 to 1929. This was a big battle where the Federal Army lost more than 3,000 troops in a single day. Let's take a quick look around before we head out of town. And the streets here are just really nice. I mean, it feels like you could be in some of the streets in San Francisco. Narrow shops on each side, kind of trendy shops. Really cool. Back to the hotel. This place is not bad, eh? For $20 a night. We're gonna get our motos ready and then we're all set to leave. Our first stop to get gas along the way, and we're about 300 kilometers in with the tank of gas. Gracias. These guys got the modified tailpipes. Makes it nice and loud. All right, heading to the largest city on our trip, which will be Guadalajara. Heading out. This is you know, the most common probably bike around here are these 150cc Italica brand, Italica. I think that's what this guy has. Yeah, he has the FT 150 version of what we have, which is the FT 200. Back to the agave, as far as the eye can see. Blue agave. Just a lot of beautiful things to see here. The country, the heartland. Okay, we're coming up on a town that I will not even try to pronounce the name. I'll put it up on the screen. I think we might cruise through the downtown real quick. There it is, Zapopan.
Why are you the way that you are?
What do we got here? This guy's got a bunch of meat. Meat in his back for the carne asada. Very common tradition to have a big barbecue on Sunday afternoon with family. Happening up here. Must be some festival because there's like all the town folk are coming out. All right. Let's do a little loop through the downtown. Looks like they're having some kind of a street fair, street festival.
Lots of people out and about. There's all kinds of outdoor shopping and food vendors.
Oh, look at this little dog. Watch yourself, buddy. Watch yourself. Look at that. There's tents with all kinds of people going in buying things. Looks like a lot of clothing. Smells good. I can smell some chicken roasting. Looks like we have some pets up for adoption.
All right, we came, we saw, now let's get back on the road.
A little off-roading here. Oops. Maybe not here. Guadalajara, straight ahead. Andale! Anyway, bienvenidos a Guadalajara. Que bueno, huh? We're gonna hit downtown, the main square plaza, and then we're gonna have some lunch right there at the main plaza, and then we will head kind of northwest, and our goal is to find a little hotel kind of at the northwest corner of the city. That way we're on our way out of downtown tomorrow. But the bigger reason is that we have to find a Italica dealership, because these bikes, the requirement for you to have your warranty, so actually, I mean, surprisingly, like I think maybe I haven't even gotten into this yet with you all, but these bikes, $1,300 each, brand new, 200cc. They have the Honda clone engine, 5-speed. The Honda clone, for those of you who don't know, they're not actually made by Honda, but they are essentially, all the engineering is stolen from Honda, from their very reliable engines, and they're cloned, and they're made to be exactly like that. So I'm sure they've skimped on some of the components, on some of the materials, but they are made to last a long time without maintenance and to be really rough on them. So anyway, long story short is that after buying these from Italica for 0 kilometers on the speedometer, odometer, we're required to get a service at 500 kilometers, which obviously, I mean, you would want to do that anyway with any new bike, because the break-in period, you need to clean out the oil. It'll have little metal shavings and things from that first use. So we go in and we get the servicing done for the 500 kilometers, and at that point is whenever they actually will stamp kind of our warranty card. And the warranty, believe it or not, is good for 2 years or 20,000 kilometers. So it's actually a pretty good warranty, considering these prices of these bikes at $1,300, right? You could never buy anything like that in the U.S. I bought a bicycle for $1,000, which is actually a middle-of-the-road bicycle. So getting a motorcycle, 200cc, pretty reliable, for $1,300 is pretty incredible. Started in the middle of the country, and we're going to make our way all the way to the coast on the west coast, and then we're going to make our way up the coast to Mazatlan. Guadalajara is probably 1/3 of the way through our trip. What we're really, I mean, obviously this is all great. I mean, the landscape, the countryside has all been so awesome to see, but we're also really looking forward to seeing the beach locations. One of our first beaches will be in 2 nights at San Blas. It's in the state of Nayarit. It's probably a couple hours north of Puerto Vallarta. Then we'll do a nice little coast route for the next couple of days, and then we're going to end up in Mazatlan. So that's a 150 right there. There's not much of a difference in the looks of them. Pretty much the same bike. It's a 150cc. You see, he's like an Uber Eats guy, right? With the Uber Eats backpack. That was kind of our idea of how to make ourselves look super local and not any kind of target for crime, was to be super Uber Eats driver types. That's why Juan's got the vest. I mean, obviously it's safety, visibility, but it also kind of makes you look like you're just going to work, commuting. A semi truck coming through. Got Got an armored truck up here, slowing us down. What's up with this? Come on. Okay, it's like blocking our traffic here and we can't get over. Outrage. Okay, what the freak? Come on, dudes. Line of traffic there behind me. But this armored vehicle, oh, it's got a tire blown out, that's why. We got the armored tire car blowout style. Look at that blowout style. Whoops. Bienvenidos a Guadalajara. There's a guy with a nice Honda. Alright, here we go. Getting close to the center part of the city. Starting to see more and more little sidewalk cafes. Look at that plaza. Beautiful church. Turning here, I guess. Definitely nearing the city center. Oh, there goes the delivery guy. DD Food. Got my blinker on for no reason. Oh, there goes Juan. He has a particular restaurant in mind. I don't know if he's been there before. Looks like we must have arrived. Tortas. Ah, look at this. It's like a back alley style. Alright, we're going to have a torta ahogada. Torta ahogada, and it's a very traditional torta here in Guadalajara. So it's kind of like a French dip sandwich, except it's dipped in the salsa and sauces. So the bread is dipped in that sauce. The torta ahogada, translation, the drowned sandwich. It originated right here in Guadalajara as a street vendor sandwich. Legend has it that one day in the early 1950s, a vendor in one of the city's plazas was selling ordinary tortas when a customer requested a bit of spicy salsa on the sandwich. The vendor then accidentally dropped the whole sandwich in the container of salsa. The customer yelled, "You drowned it!" But he ate it anyway, and he loved it. And so the torta ahogada was born, and now you can find them everywhere throughout the city. All that food for 120 pesos, which is like $6. We had 2 tortas, he had a taco, we had 2 drinks, sodas, for $6. So like I paid $3. Good. It's very common in Mexico. At every intersection almost, you'll have people juggling, doing tricks, clowns dressed up and things like that are trying to get tips. I actually think it's kind of cool. At least they're doing something kind of entertaining while you're waiting for the light. They're actually kind of doing something fun, entertaining, kind of old school, you know, when they had the old jesters back in the medieval ages. Alright, great lunch, cheap lunch. And now we're off to find our hotel, hostel. We just called one. 500 pesos per noche, per night, which is approximately $25. Split between 2 people is $12.50 per night. Not bad. It's a little bit outside of the main part of the center city, but it's actually on our way out of town, so that's where we wanted to be. So that way in the morning we can just wake up and we're already, you know, 20 minutes out on our path. It's also close to the service center for the motorcycle, Italica service center. Where we're going is Zapopan, just outside of the downtown. Another area, but it's also supposed to have its own vibe, its own little downtown. Restaurants, bars, whatnot. You gotta do a U-turn. Here it is. There it is. La General Hospige or something.
Alright, we've just arrived at our little hospital here in Tepatitlan. The hospital se llama, es un video de viaje. So we're just checking in here. Let's check out the nearby plaza and downtown area of Zapopan, and then we'll grab some dinner.
All of this for like $6. 2 beers, 2 burgers, 2 fries, $6.
So I've seen many places that give you hand sanitizer as you walk through the front door, but this was a new one. This guy actually sprayed sanitizer in the air so it would mist all over your hair and everything, I guess kind of blessing your body with the sanitizer.
Alright, so we've ordered the number 2 hottest item of the chicken wings. It's not the hottest that they have on the menu, but it's the second hottest. Let's see how we do with this. Go for it. Spicy? Definitely intense. Eyes are watering, lips are burning. Not like the most pain I've felt, but it's pretty intense.
There is more to go, huh?
Is it hot?
Very much.
Okay, can you see? I have tears coming down my face. Okay, pretty spicy. But we took care of them.